Classes disrupted at St. James High School. Jamaica affirmed it will continue to have medical personnel from Cuba. Police cut down another alleged gang leader. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. The government of Jamaica has affirmed its intention to continue Jamaica's long-standing Cuban medical program, adding that a review has not found any evidence that it involves human trafficking. The United States had raised questions about the program, saying it is human trafficking. However, CARICOM countries have insisted that it has benefited the region significantly. The Holness administration said its review of the program had not found any evidence that it involves human trafficking at all. And Jamaican Medical Cooperation Program with Cuba has been in place since 1976 and has operated under a series of memoranda of understanding upheld by successive administrations. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State said he's going to visit Jamaica, Guyana, and Suriname. According to the State Department, he's going to meet with the Caribbean leaders to promote regional cooperation to end illegal immigration, counter transnational organized crime, strengthen national actions to address Haiti's political and security challenges, and strengthen the United States' economic partnership with Caribbean countries. He's also threatening to revoke Caribbean leaders' visa if they continue to have Cuban healthcare workers. And most Caribbean leaders already said they don't care if the US take away their visa. That's why he's running to three of the most powerful islands to see if he can convince them to buckle or back down. Meanwhile, classes at St. James High School in Montego Bay have again been disrupted by the simmering tension between the principal and the chairman over the governing of the institution. The latest suspension of classes has come despite the intervention of the Ministry of Education last month. Students and staff turned up on Monday morning only to find the gates to the school padlocked. Police and fire personnel were able to remove the lock sometime after 8 a.m. And in an address to students on the morning shift, Principal Joseph Williams indicated that he would not be working with Board Chairman Christopher McCurdy. School was subsequently dismissed. A source said that the Parent Teachers Association and the Student Council body have also objected to the reappointment of Mr. McCurdy. One of three men charged for the October 23 murder of Gibbs Williams, vice principal of G.C. Foster College, died yesterday morning in the Greater Portmore lockup in St. Catherine. The prisoner, Jerome Hales, became ill in the lockup and was rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital for treatment, but he was pronounced dead on arrival at the medical facility. Hales was among three men charged for the murder of the well-known educator. The 55-year-old sports administrator was fatally shot outside a medical facility in Portmore in St. Catherine. After getting shot, he ran inside the medical facility where he collapsed and died. And of course, you know that what goes around comes around. Two men were shot between Mullines Road and Washington Boulevard in St. Andrew yesterday. Preliminary reports indicate that the two men were shot and wounded by a man who fired into a car at the intersection sometime after 8 o'clock. Superintendent Damian Mandison, commanding officer for the St. Andrew South Police, said that the shooting victims were taken to hospital. He said one is more critical than the other. So far, no motive has been established for that shooting. Meanwhile, the reputed leader of a Spanish Town-based criminal gang was fatally shot by the police in Bedward Gardens, Augustown in St. Andrew on the weekend. Tyree Campbell, 25, also called Bala, of Old Harbor Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was fatally shot during a confrontation with the police on Saturday. A firearm was seized and another suspect was also arrested in that operation. And it's reported that the police went into Augustown in search of Campbell, who was said to be the leader of the Bobby Lane gang in Homestead. And during that operation, Campbell and three other suspects reportedly engaged the police in a gun battle. He was fatally shot and a 22-year-old suspect was also arrested. A Black Smith & Wesson Springfield automatic pistol with 3 rounds of ammunition was reportedly seized. Campbell had reportedly fled to Augustown after warrants were issued for his arrest by the St. Catherine North Police for major crimes, including the attacks on beryllium courier trucks. And he was out on bail after being charged last year for the murder of Shamar Smith in Spanish Town. And his shooting takes the number of shootings by the police in the 70s, as they're averaging at least 1 killing a day. On to sports, boys and girls national championship begins today, and of course, over the next 4 days, it will be mayhem at the stadium as the top track schools go head to head. Several races could see records broken as the young athletes are running faster and faster every year. Among the records that could be broken this year are the 100 and the 200 meters, as at least four athletes are running close 10 plus. And this year champs is really going to be loud and very exciting. On to football, Arnett Gardens was ruthless last night, demolishing Mullins United 4-0 to draw within 3 points of leader Mount Pleasant. Arnett now moves to 65 points but has played two more matches more than Mount Pleasant. And in the other match, Waterhouse walloped Harborview 3-0. And in Nations League third place playoff, Canada beat the United States 2-1 in a game that we can say was political revenge for how the United States president and his cronies talk bad about Canada. And in the finals, Mexico defeated Panama 2-1, crowning themselves Nation League's champion. This evening, Jamaica Reggae Boys are being asked to finish the job when they meet St Vincent and the Grenadines in the second leg of the Gold Cup in Jamaica at Sabina Park. The boys were lucky in salvaging a draw in the final seconds of the first game, drawing 1-1 with a team which is clearly not up to their league. However, with the Reggae Boys playing at home, Jamaica should do much better. And that's news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day. I gone.